Hey there. Today I am going to talk about how we do my forecasting and put that all into my spreadsheet and how that looks so that you guys can get an idea of what that all entails and how we move through that. I am going to clarify, I am only going to show about 1 week so that the stuff protected by some of the curriculums that I've purchased is not being revealed. So, just a heads up on that. We'll be going through just week 1 and how I go through and figure that all out for my students. So, let's turn this around. Okay, so how this works is I have my 12 weeks across here, and I am going to just lay out each thing. So I have my Bible, and we have our Old Testament there, as you can see, and then our New Testament. And then I lay out all the different readings we're going to be doing on each. Then we have our Sunday reading on here just to keep me accountable for doing it. Then we have our history. So I have our country history and then British history, and then map work I put on here to remind me when we're doing those, if there's any map work included, to be doing it. So that is a reminder box, more or less. Then citizenship, I laid that out, forecasted. Literature, same thing. And then I forecasted out our Shakespeare. Copy work, we should be doing 4 times a week. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I make little X's on those when we do them. Dictation 3 times a week, except for 1 10-minute. So in here is the time that some of these should take us. And then we have our grammar twice a week. And then we have our Spanish, simply Spanish, and that's twice a week. And then we're going to add in some Spanish reading. Then all of this is our science. So we have the actual nature lore that she'll be doing, the science topic she's reading on, the activities that we're doing, the special study topic, the object lesson that we'll be watching that week, what we'll be looking for on our nature walk, and what we will be notebooking about. Then geography, we have the 2 lessons we'll be doing that week, plus map work, so that I don't forget to do the drawing out or finding the maps or anything like that. Math is 5 days a week, so we do 4 days in the book, and then 1 day of Life of Fred, and then math journal, either at the same time of Life of Fred if she finishes that, or we do that separate in the afternoons as a fun thing to do. Then we have our recitation hymn, folk song, Bible passages, and our poem, plus brush drawing twice a week and drawing once a week. That's outside of lesson times for her, but it's still on here so that I remember to do it. Chopin, we have our biography week and then the different things that we'll be doing. Same with Homer. And then our solfege, I just write singing family because we're just doing them each week. And so we just watch the next video unless we need to repeat one. Foreign language song, that is still not out yet, so I don't have that filled in. And then a Christmas carol for our fall one. And then our drill is laid out for us in the AD resource that we purchased from the drill. You can buy that on their website, and it lays out what you should do each week. So then daily activities, they have their calendar of firsts, piano, poetry, and then drawing, and all the different things they should be drawing is kind of what I have in here. Then we have the novel, and they need to be reading that at least once a week. Physical geography and what we'll be doing there. Geography walks. So I have in here scheduled walk 1, and we will be doing certain things on our geography walks. And then looking for our special studies on our nature walk, and then nighttime activity that goes with their astronomy this term. And then free reads of a historical fiction, a biography, science, one of the extra science readings, and then fiction. And then here is her handicrafts for the afternoon. Card making, Sloyd, needlework, we're going to do knitting. So I have in here the links for those 2. So you can open the link right in there. And then homemaking, and then Operation Christmas Child craft for our service. So then if I zoom way out, I also have on here what I do each week to prepare. And actually, I have read the biographies, and so I can clear that. And then we bought the supplies the other day. So, oh goodness, this is much harder when I'm trying to do it through looking at a screen. Anyways, so then the only things I have left to do, I did watch that play, and I have listened to the novel. There we go. Is print this calendar and cut and fold my books for that. This is so I like to sometimes update this apparently, and sometimes not to update this. So we came through, and the only thing I did switch over the binders, and I need to finish the last little bit of the resaying the shelves. You know, babies. So this is our break weeks that we're on. So this is what I currently should be working on. And I am waiting for our Spanish curriculum to actually release their stuff so I can print it and get it ready. But anyways, so I fill this out at the beginning, and then as I go through it, if something's in yellow, that means I didn't get it all the way done. So I have read these passages, but I have not read all of the commentary yet. But I might do that during the school year. I haven't decided yet. And so yellow means there's something to still be done. Red means, why is this not complete yet? And so, and then I will turn it green when it is ready to be printed, whatever I have to print for that. And then after that, it will go to white when it is done and ready to go. So as you can see, we're almost all the way ready for this term. And then I have one for my other daughter as well, and her forecasting. And so we just come in and do the same thing, and hers only includes the things that they're not doing together. And so the things that are together are on the one sheet because I don't need duplicates. So hopefully that's helpful. I then have the month because of how we rotate ours. So it'll say like week 1, 2, 3, August, week 4, 5, 6, September, 7, 8, 9, October, 10, week 11, an exam, and then that's November. And so if we don't use week 11, then we finish early. If we sometimes get through exams early, then we're done early. You know, that kind of thing. So that is how we work through that. And that has been very nice to do that. So I do that each term when we've wrapped up the one term and I've got everything ready to go. Then I'll start setting up the next term. So once my shelves are turned over, I will start filling that out for term 2, even though we haven't started term 1. We start term 1 at the beginning of August. So hopefully that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Obviously, like it if this video is helpful for you, because that gives me good feedback that people are enjoying that video, so that I can make more of this like nitty-gritty content if that's what people prefer. Hopefully that helps. Thanks.